Agribio, what's up, man? You got first place, dude. Good job. Stole it from JoJo today. Let's see what JoJo has to say when he gets here. What's up, man? How's your day been? We'll give some people a few minutes to get here. I'm doing well, man. Thank you. I actually had a drone race today, a local drone race, and I won first place, so I'm pretty happy about that. And now we're going to be flying to Toncontín, Honduras. Or Tegucigalpa, rather. The airport's called Toncontín, but it's another one of those airports where it's one of the most dangerous approaches in the world. We've already done it twice in the stream, so I'm not new to it, but it's a really cool approach where we weave through the mountains to land at Toncontín. You were first, Agribio. You are first place, and I don't see anybody else here, so I don't know what's going on. So you got my notification, Agribio? Or did you just happen to be surfing YouTube and saw my video on your feed or something? I think the notification system in YouTube is kind of shoddy. Like, it doesn't work that well. Some days people will get my notifications on time, and other days people won't. Stuff like that. It's like hit or miss. It's funny, too, because like there'll be some streams where as soon as I start the stream, there'll be 20 people watching. And then there's other days where I'll start the stream, and I'll have one person watching for maybe the first half hour of the stream. Jorge Orozco, what's up, man? Jorge, you are in second place today. Agribio first place, Jorge second, and that's all we have so far. Slow start to tonight's stream. People will eventually get here, though. They'll start getting the notifications in like 15 minutes. And they'll start flooding in. Hopefully, anyways. We've got a 2-hour flight ahead of us. And I need some company. What's up, Jorge? How you been, man? Dude, so like I'm probably going to start ordering parts for my PC this week, Jorge. And I'm leaning towards the i7 7700K. Not only I also do a lot of video editing as well, so I mean, I want a really good processor. But if you think I should not buy that processor and have any other recommendations, I'd like to hear them. It's Blake, bro. What is up, dude? Howdy, sir. Welcome, welcome. Sunday nights always seem so slow. I haven't noticed it yet. Good point. No notifications, Isaiah. So Isaiah did not get the notifications, which is weird. He's a mod on my stream and does not get the notifications. How is that possible? Yep, you took it today, Agribio. First place. All right, let's see. We get started in about 1 minute. Jojo made it. Dang, Jojo. 3rd place today? No, wait, 4th? All right, so far we have Agribio, 1st place. Jorge, 2nd. It's Blake Bro, got 3rd place. 4th place, Isaiah. 5th place, Jojo. You highly recommend the i7 7700K? It's Blake Bro? Yeah, man. I've had a couple of people tell me that you just switched to prepared recently, and I did watch one of your... Yeah, I was on your stream the other day. A few days ago, last week. I'm so bad with time. Looks nice, man. Super smooth. I'm excited. I'm excited. All right, let's jump in the cockpit. We're in the 757-200.
Airport information, Charlie. 1905, wind 037 at 7. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Sky conditions, view cloud at 4,000, view cloud at 6,000. Temperature Tier 5, dew point 14. Altimeter 3013, ILS, runway 12 continues. Landing and departing, runway 12. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft bring back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact, US Charlie. Miami, airport information, Charlie. 1905.
Listen to it one more time.
Wind 037 at 7. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Sky conditions, view cloud at 4,000, view cloud at 6,000. Temperature Tier 5, dew point 14. Altimeter 3013, ILS, runway 12 continues. Landing and departing.
Dev Patel, how are you doing today, sir?
VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft bring back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact, US Charlie.
All right, we have Charlie.
Miami, clearance delivery.
Let's call for clearance.
1531, ready to copy IFR clearance to Takeoff team. American 1531.
Yeah, I love doing this flight.
Airport has filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 11,000.
Runway heading 11,000. 120.5 for departure. It's walking, yada, yada, yada.
1531, clear to Takeoff team. Airport has filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 11,000. Departure on 120.5. Squawk 7717. American 1531. Feedback is correct. Contact ground on 121.8 when ready to taxi.
Is there a way to load the flight plan from FS9 directly into the FMC in this aircraft? I think you can do that in this one. And I'm lazy, so let's see if we can figure it out. I think it's this one. And that did it. Awesome. So here's our route.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this flight. May we remind you that all seat backs and tray tables need to be in the upright position. All carry-on items brought on board must be securely stowed either under the seat in front of you or in an overhead bin. Prior to pushback from the gate, please ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. Personal cellular telephones may be used while parked at the gate with the main cabin door open. We will advise you when they must...
Grab that reserve fuel number real quick. 10.3.
No children this row. Please review the white safety card in the seat pocket in front of you. The use of some portable electronic devices is prohibited while on board the
Not sure why it
aircraft.
input flight
Once
level
airborne,
340 will be.
when the use of approved
Never mind.
devices such
That's
as
correct.
personal
It's
computers and
actually
compact disc players is permitted. A complete list of
exactly
approved
340.
devices may be found
That
in the
confused me a
magazine.
little. Are you out of here, Gribbio? School tomorrow morning. The dogs are going nuts. Alright, we've got the FMC all set up. We are ready for push and start. Let's close the doors. Back up top here. Beacon
Ladies
light.
and gentlemen, we have just closed the main
Seat
cabin
belts.
door. All personal cellular telephones must be turned off and stowed for the duration of the flight. Flight attendants, prepare doors for departure, cross-check, and verify straps.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you on board this flight. At this time, I'd like to direct your attention to the flight attendants while we review safety information about this aircraft. Your seatbelt should be fastened at this time. It is our policy that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. The exits on this 757 are marked with red and white exit signs. Please locate the two exits nearest you, keeping in mind that nearest exit may be behind you. This aircraft has extreme path lighting, a change in color on the exit sign will indicate clear.
Luis Figo. What's up, man? Let me hear it, Luis. Prepared. Prepared is the right sim to get. You tell me every time. I'm going to be upgrading to prepared soon.
Or in some cases between your seats. If needed, inflate the vest just prior to exiting the aircraft by pulling the red tab on the front of the vest.
You think so, Isaiah? Okay, I'll think about it. I'll take that into consideration. About a third mod.
This is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is not allowed in the cabin.
Alright, engine 2's
or
looking stable.
lavatories. All lavatories are equipped with smoke detection systems, and federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying these systems. As we get ready for takeoff, please help us prepare the cabin by making sure all carry-on baggage is stowed, all seat backs and tray tables are upright, headrests are lowered, and footrest and video monitors are stowed. Customers are required to observe all posted and lighted information signs and adhere to crew members' instructions. Thank you for choosing to fly with us. We will be airborne shortly.
Miami, ground, American 1531 with Charlie, ready to taxi IFR. American 1531, taxi 2 and hold short on runway.
Do I play FIFA Online 4 in my country? I don't personally play Luis, but FIFA is a very popular game in the US as well. Yeah, man. I used to play the FIFA games. They're fun, actually. I just don't have, I'm used to playing those type of games on a console, but... The FIFA games are always fun, though. They're pretty popular here in the US, at least down here in Miami, for sure. I'm not a huge fan of soccer either, but those games are definitely fun. Alright, let's get out of here. I might be willing to play once I get my new PC, Luis. Oh, that's right, Isaiah. You gotta remind me. I gotta change that setting back. The approval setting thing. Where it's like blocking everybody's messages and waiting for approval. I need to change that. I keep forgetting every single stream. Should have been done 2 streams ago. My bad about that. Maybe mid-flight today I'll change it. It's kind of a pain in the butt. So I know we've done this approach in the Toncontin 2 times in the stream already, but I have not practiced since the last time we streamed it, and I have not even looked at the charts. So we'll see how this goes. I'm pretty confident though. The toughest part's going to be the last visual part, finding the runway while we're making that left turn. Johandy Rodriguez, what's up? Here we go. Off to Toncontin. Tegucigalpa, Honduras. Two-hour flight. We are in the 757-200. taxiing the runway 12 at Miami. Look at that, we're in the control tower. Hold on a second, guys. Let me let my dogs out. Still on the taxiway. Awesome. Usually I'm not a fan of the gray American livery, but today she's looking pretty shiny. I think this airplane just got a plane wash. I don't know what you'd call that.
Flight attendant,
She was just detailed.
please be seated for departure.
Totally can't see where I'm going, and we are there.
Miami Tower, American 1531 at runway 12, ready for takeoff. IFR to Takeoff team.
Transponder goes to 1 TARA.
Cleared for takeoff,
The
runway
knob is not
12.
clickable in this aircraft, so we'll just
Miami
pretend.
Tower, 6162 Biscayne, miles northwest. Inbound ILS, runway 12, approach. 6162.
They cleared us, right? I didn't hear it, but let's go.
Runway 12, altimeter 3013. Cleared for takeoff,
Yeah,
runway
alright,
12.
let's get out of here.
American 1531.
Strobes, landing lights.
6162. Cleared to land, runway 12. Cleared to land, runway 12. 6162.
Ready, high tie. Hi, what's going on, man? I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend so far. Runway 12. Two.
Knots.
Cross check. Everything looks good. Normal.
V1.
Rotate.
V2. Positive rate. Gear up.
Gear coming up.
American 1531. Contact Miami departure on 120.5.
120.5 for American, whatever our call sign is.
120.5 for American 1531. Miami departure, American 1531 is at 2,700, climbing 11,000. American 1531, Miami departure, roger, current altimeter 3013. American 1531, turn right heading 155, resume all navigation. Climb and maintain 110. Turn right heading 155, proceed on course. Climb and maintain 11000. American 1531.
Flaps 1.
That's South Beach over here. So we'll proceed direct to Eons. Garrett Jones, what's going on, dude? Lois Barley.
American 1531. Contact Miami Center on 123.775.
Isaiah is correct on the flight time. Probably about an hour and a half from this point.
American 1531. Miami Center, American 1531. Is climbing 38,900.
Yeah, the notifications are bad, Lois. Hey, that's nothing I can do about that. It's YouTube.
Roger. Altimeter 3013.
I think it's YouTube and the weekends. I'll check on my settings though to see if there's anything I can change to make it better, but as far as I know, it's out of my reach. If I could send you guys all notifications manually, I would.
Ladies and gentlemen, the use of approved portable electronic devices is now permitted.
American 1531. Climb and maintain flight level 190.
Right up to 190.
Climb and maintain flight level 190. American 1531.
So you're heading towards Eons, which we are 17 miles out. After we pass Eons, we proceed to Avion. And after Avion, we make a hard right down to Marathon, Florida Keys.
Miami Center, Southwest 46 with you 6,000. Southwest 46 Miami Center, Roger. Turn altimeter 3013.
Hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back.
Southwest 46, please expedite your descent to 6,000. Southwest 46, contact Miami, departure on 128.6. 128.6, Southwest 46.
Dalex Gaming, what's going on, man? Welcome back. How are you, Dalex, aka Assassin Boy? I do not fly VATSIM, Luis. I will once I upgrade my PC. A few more weeks and I'll be on VATSIM. I used to fly on VATSIM back in the day. I have not been back on in many years. Once I get my new PC and prepared and all that stuff, I'll be getting on VATSIM. So we'll have live ATC. In future videos, it'll be fun. Alright, transition altitude. This airplane's so sloppy at holding correct airspeed. Sorry guys, I know that's annoying. Slowing down now for you. Gonna hear it again, sorry. Come on. Sorry guys, I left you with a bad view, huh? There's that right turn. Florida Keys here. We're going to be heading right now to Marathon. It's about midway down to the Key West. Somewhere in here. See Florida Everglades off to our right. Climbing so slow. leveling off at 34,000, which is our cruise altitude. Still got a good 783 miles to go. Yeah, guys, don't talk about cracking software. If you do crack software, download crack software, okay. I'm not like entirely against it. Just don't speak about it. Do it on the low if you really have to. I don't think it's right. I have mixed feelings about it as well, though. Sometimes I do believe that all information in this world should be free and accessible, but at the same time, people do work hard to create these things. You should support them if you can. We live in a crazy world with this crazy duality. There's always two sides to everything, but if you have access to free stuff on the internet, and that's what you choose to do, go for it. Just don't speak about it openly. You can speak about it openly, just don't do it on my stream. As soon as we pass Marathon, we're going to be making a hard left down to UVR. I think from there it's almost pretty much direct for the most part. No more talking about cracking, guys. It's pointless. Pointless subject. Absim Gaming, what's up, man? You didn't get the note. They just want new subscribers to get put out there. Kevin Ramos, what's up, dude? Kevin. I think everybody's getting them now, possibly. Everybody's gonna start getting the notifications like mid-flight. Start jumping in. Did it cut out? Did my stream cut out? I haven't noticed anything on my end here. I have not tried the QualityWings 787, Shane. Yeah, I believe they only make that for FSX. Maybe, is it? Do they even make it for FSX? I know it's out for prepared. Maybe FSX as well. I'm on FS9 still, unfortunately. But I'll be upgrading soon, at which point I am definitely going to try the QualityWings 787, because I hear so many good things about it. And the 787 is just such a new airplane. Curious to see how it works. check my stream health since you guys are having problems on my end. Sorry if you guys don't have any audio right now with the actual stream. Okay, yeah, it's. I think it is on my end. It's popping in and out. Oh well, I won't touch it. Hopefully it comes back. Okay, so it's out for FSX now and out for prepared soon, Shane. Awesome, dude. I'll be getting it for prepared. There in front of us is the island of Cuba. Are we about to land, Daleks? No, sirree. We still have another hour to go, approximately. Let's see. 23. We've got approximately...
Miami Center, Airjet November 313 Juliet Delta with you.
About an hour and 20 minutes.
Airjet November 313 Juliet Delta, Miami Center.
1 hour and 20 minutes, Daleks. Lois Barley asks how many times he's been on timeout. You want the statistics? It's funny.
US Air 11906 or 300 below your assigned altitude. Turn left heading 00 to the 5. Proceed on course 518, flight level 330.
Lois Barley takes pride in his timeouts. Water textures would actually be great if it didn't do this little twirly thing. Like, it looks good now. Now it doesn't look good. Now it looks good. Now it doesn't look good. Now it looks good. direct crosswind from the right, 32 knots. We're gonna go live after the stream, Daleks. Cool, man. I'll come check you out. Isaiah's pulling out the statistics. Cuba looks like it'd be a fun place to fly. I might have to do a Cuban flight soon on the stream.
American 1531, traffic is 10 o'clock, 4 miles, set flight level 332, Airbus E321, report them in sight. US Air 11.
Wasn't listening.
Traffic is 10 o'clock.
Story of my life.
Set flight level 342, Boeing 757.
Oh, holy crap. He just zoomed right by us. Did you see that? I saw his contrails. Oh my god. Dude, he literally just whizzed right by us. Look at this. You see his contrails right here? Oh my god. That's pretty close. You flew a CRJ from Miami to Havana. It was a nice scenic route, Abstin. Cool, man. Sounds nice. I love the CRJs, man. Cool airplanes. I like those smaller regional jets.
American
I saw him.
1531, traffic in sight.
need to start doing? I forgot. Let me set up that approach for. So we're gonna do the RNAV 02. Is that right? Execute. I guess it's fine. Make sure it's the right one. Yeah, this is the one. No, let me look up the charts just to be sure. Did not prepare for this flight at all. Man, Cuba looks nice. Alright, I'm going to leave the chat for a moment. I'll be back in 2 seconds. I just need to look up this RNAV approach into Tankantine because I forgot what it looks like. Winds are in our favor. We're going to be flying the RNAV 02 approach to the Tankantine. I have the hardest time saying that. We'll be flying the RNAV 02 approach in the Tankantine. So yeah, if you want to download and look up the charts and you want to follow along, you're more than welcome to. Of course, but I'll be explaining things along the way once we get there. Oh, Hobbit's here? Hobbit, what's going on, dude? Long day for you? It's been a long day for me as well. In a good way. But I am exhausted. Van Dusen, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Van? Justin, what's up, dude? I'm doing well. How about yourself? We are flying to Tegucigalpa, Honduras, into Toncontín International, one of the world's most dangerous airports to fly into. We have done this flight twice already in the stream. This will be our third time running it, but it's always fun. Still got another 618 miles to go. About an hour. A little over an hour.
That's
What did I miss? Took longer than expected. Looks like we're good. You guys flying for me while I'm gone? Yeah, we got Van Duzen cooking for everybody. Sweet. We like to have people like you on board, Van Duzen. We love food on this live stream. Heck yeah. Franklin Okakpu, what's up, man? There is add-ons for LFPG. LFPG is, what, Paris, right? You can do Mega Airport. Was it Aerosoft Mega Airport? Charles de Gaulle. Yep, Lois got it right. Try Aerosoft. Welcome aboard, Franklin. Guys, if you're new here, please subscribe. We do live streams every day. Good to have you aboard. Van Duzen, you have to subscribe since you cook. It's mandatory. Oh, Rob made it. Rob made it to the stream. What's up, Rob? Lois Barley's going to LA, West Coast. I'm over on the East Coast in Florida. If not, I'd visit. My mom lives in the West Coast. Van Duzen, you subscribe? Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it. We're gonna have to get some like specially equipped lavatory, not lavatories. What is it called? Where they keep the food in the airplanes. We need to get like an actual grill. Van Duzen can do all the cooking. The galley. That's the word I was looking for. In the galley. We've got to get some bomb cooking equipment in the galley, so Van Duzen can do his thing. I'm in Florida, Van Duzen, Miami, Florida. Isaiah's from VA. Where are you, Van Duzen? At the galley juice. Thank you, sir. The lavatory. We do some special type of cooking in the lavatory. Not the type that you're thinking. Where is it? Yeah, there's an E in there, Avsim. You almost got it right. I believe it's Galley. You're in Gainesville, Vin? We're getting kind of closer. We're getting there. 538 miles to go. Exactly an hour, let's say. Lots of Floridians in the house. nor been helping us or making things worse. We've had like a direct crosswind the entire flight so far. I guess it's kind of working against us, wouldn't it? It would require us to hold a little bit more power to keep on track, as opposed to no wind at all. Maybe that's why this flight's taking so long. Cold to me, Isaiah, is 60 in the 60s is really nice. If you drop into the 50s, that's getting pretty cold. Like uncomfortably cold. 60s is like awesome. '50s, '40s, '30s. Super freezing for me, man. Cold. I couldn't live in like a very wintry place. The furthest north I could probably live is maybe South Carolina, North Carolina, in there. If it gets cold like 2 or 3 weeks out of the year, or a month or something, it snows, that's cool. But I don't want to be like shoveling snow for several months out of my driveway, freezing. It's weird though too, because there's like these freak winters where we do get like freezing temperatures in Miami, but down here the air is different from like, say, I went skiing in was it Salt Lake City, Utah one time, and like the air up there is drier, so the cooler weather didn't feel as cold as like cold down here would. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody who hasn't experienced like both sides, but like I was skiing in snow in Salt Lake City and it felt nice. I mean, of course I was bundled up and wearing my Jimmy Johns and all that good stuff. But I could like sit outside and drink a beer and it was like really nice. We're down here and when it gets cold on those rare occasions, it's like uncomfortably cold and you don't want to be outside. You'd rather be inside. .62 there where you were at, Van Dusen? That's awesome, dude. That's like perfect for me. I know it's a little bit cooler outside down here in Miami right now. It's not that cool, but it is cooler, which is nice. If you can walk outside your door in Miami and not sweat, it's nice weather. I mean, there's days, summertime, like you take a shower and you walk outside and within 15 seconds, before you can even get to your car, turn it on and put on your AC, you are sweating balls. And like, it's just terrible. So you shower and get ready to go to work, and before you get to your car, you're already soaked in sweat. So we're showing up to work with like, you know, armpit stains and your face dripping. It does get too hot down here, even for me. In Ontario, Absent Gaming in Ontario in February goes down to -13. I can imagine. Yeah, Isaiah, if you came down to Miami, you'd probably hate it if you enjoy the cool weather and rather move up north than south.
American 1531, contact Central American Center, Flight 1.
People who come in vacation here will enjoy the heat, usually because they're coming down wintertime. So like the heat down here in wintertime is not real Miami heat.
Central
They come down here wintertime, they're like, oh, Miami's so nice, I want to move down there. And they move down here, and then they experience summer, and that's when all the complaints start coming out. It's terrible. It's way too hot down here summertime. Too hot and humid, which is like the worst. The humidity just makes it so much worse. I think living in like South Carolina would be like the perfect place for me, temperature-wise. Oh man, I'm cracking up at how old is Isaiah? 4, and Isaiah comes back with, I'm actually 500 years old. That's hilarious, guys. 500. I'd like to visit the UK one day. It's not like on like my top of the list bucket list things to do, but there's lots of rain down here in Florida, summertime. Lots of rain, lots of thunderstorms. Most of the year it's storming outside. You know where I'd really like to live, or if I were to move here from Miami? I like Denver, Colorado. Been there once, really liked it. I think Colorado's a great state. And the Denver area is nice. I wouldn't want to live like in the city. But even the city's not so bad. It's not like Miami. It's not riff-raffy. It's pretty clean. Everybody's nice up there. Weather's nice, you have the mountains, tons of things to do. Denver, wonder why? When I did go to Denver, it was to visit my buddy who had recently moved there, and that was shortly after all those laws started getting passed. And yes, you could walk in anywhere. But I like Denver, man. I like Denver a lot. I'd move there. Maybe a little too much cold for me, but it's so nice that I'd get used to it. It'd be worth getting used to. Oh, now we've got a headwind here. I feel like this flight's taking way longer than we anticipated. But the clock in my mind is all screwed up. Can't really trust it. Later, Isaiah. Take care, man. I love food, man. Talking about all these restaurants. I'm glad I can't afford to eat out all the time, or I'd be huge. Jump to an outside view, guys. It might get loud. Hold your ears. 3, 2, 1. This one's not that bad. Some of the planes I have are a lot worse than that. Ear killers. Later, Lois Barley. Take care, man. Vite 11I, not driving drunk, are you? Or wait, yeah, not driving drunk, are you? Getting there. Not quite drunk yet, no. Had 2 beers. Maybe by the time we get to Toncontin. That's what you have the autopilot for, man. What's up, Vite? Welcome to the stream, by the way. Subscribe if you haven't. We do daily live streams. We have lots of fun here. It's not a kitty, Van Duzen, it's a doggy. There's 3 little ones, and I have 1 medium-sized brown one. 4 dogs total. The landing will be butter, Vite. You got it, man. And I don't know if you're familiar with Toncontin, but it's one of the world's most dangerous airports. One of the most dangerous approaches. So it'll be fun. Okay, Vitelli, got you, buddy. Sorry. Vitelli. Welcome aboard, man. Thanks, Vitelli. We've actually done this flight twice. We've done it twice on the stream so far. This will be my 3rd time. I did not practice before this stream. I did get a chance to practice a few times before the previous streams. I have not practiced for this one, but I wanted to do that just to make it like interesting and fun. But I'm pretty confident, so it'll go well. It's like Kaitak, yep. We kind of do this big swooping motion. Well, Kaitak is actually easier in my opinion. I've got a video where I was doing like touch and goes. Was it touch and goes? Or I just keep resetting my flight and I was doing the Kaitak approach. It's one of my earlier videos. It's way back, probably from 2 months ago. I like Kaitak though. I'd say this one's harder than Kitec, Vitelli. You can Google the RNAV 02 approach for Toncontin. Look up the charts. The RNAV for runway 2, RNP 02. You can do this big sweeping toilet bowl motion through the mountains. And then, like, right at the last minute, you got to make this hard turn towards the runway. You've got, like, a big hill in front of the runway. The runway is only, like, 6,000 feet long. It's pretty tough. You got it. Yep, yeah, man, you were right on point. About 45 minutes, Vitelli. You are pretty much on point with that. Yeah. Super Pads covers. What's up, dude? Super Pads. I'd probably compare this approach more to the Innsbruck, Austria approach, Vitelli. More similar to that one, where you're kind of flying between mountains. And you got to make this really hard turn. Short final. Oh, Super Pads covers. You guys got first place, man. Baseball. Awesome, dude. Congratulations, Super Pads. I actually had a drone race today this morning, and I won first place. I was first place in qualifier, and I won first place in the final heads-up race. So cheers, brother. Super Pads covers, high five. That's 2 wins for the weekend. Van Duzen, I am not using real flight time right now. I try to most of the time. But being that I stream most of the time at night, and sometimes I want to do day flights, I don't always use real flight time. Today I am not using real flight time, Van Duzen. Like, it is nighttime, it is 9:52. Oh, yeah, well, you know, dude, aren't you in Tampa? Or Gainesville, my bad. No, it's day. This is like same time zone as us, pretty much, I think. Fly X-Plane, Louis Figo? No, man, prepared is what I'm going for. I'll try X-Plane again, just to try it on my new PC and see how it runs, but... Use simulation rate, Louis? If it were all up to me, I'd do it. But for the sake of the stream and like realism and like people don't like you to fast forward to flights. At least I think so. Some people actually enjoy just sitting here cruising. I prefer shorter flights or using simulation rate, especially if I'm alone. But this is cool too. Every now and then I like to do longer flights so I get a chance to talk to you guys and actually pay attention to the chat. Usually it's kind of hard. I'll be working for that butter comment, Absum Gaming. Yeah, for sure. Butter. Yeah, Van Duzen, I try to do real time when I can. But if I want to fly a day flight and it's nighttime here, I'll change it. And I'll always note down in the description whether it's real time, real world weather. I usually I do always use real world weather, so that'll always be down there. Sometimes you'll see next to it real time. And if you don't see real time, then it's not. BJ Ariskar, what's up, man? The flight is total about 2 hours, but we have about 40 minutes ahead of us. 40 minutes remaining till we land. Juan Fernandez, what's up, dude? Use simulation rate 128x. me see what the max is in FS9. It is... I know there's a max for like the autopilot though in most of these airplanes. Like it won't let you go past 8x, I think, if you're using autopilot. Okay, the fastest is 64x in FS9. And I'm pretty sure if you're using autopilot, you can't run anything higher than 8x speed. Or it won't be able to keep up. Like if there's turns in your route, the plane will just, it'll turn and it won't be able to turn back in time. And 'cause it's almost like the actual game is moving at 64x, but the systems in the airplane are still moving normal speed far up. The autopilot in the airplane won't be able to keep up with all that information coming in so quick and be able to adjust accordingly on time. Yes, autopilot speed is limited, Van Dusen. Thank you for clarifying that. Rob just got some action in the lavatory. uh, 343 miles left to go. We're getting there. I think the later at night it gets, the more dyslexic I get. Start reading numbers backwards and stuff. It's funny, I'll go watch and rewatch my stream sometime just to see where I can improve, or if I made any mistakes and whatnot, and I'll listen to what I'm saying compared to what I meant to say, and sometimes it's just totally off. We'll be climbing flight level 340, and I'll mean to say flight level 340, but I'll say like 430 or something. Oh dear. Must be really confusing people on the interwebs. Did it go offline for you guys? I know it happened early Sunday, streaming on YouTube. There's just so many people streaming. I think that's why you get like all my notifications late. All these things getting kicked off. I don't think it's my internet. I think it's YouTube stream servers are busy. Should be okay now. Jorge Orozco is back. Oh no. Okay, yeah, now I'm starting to get stream offline on my phone, so. Is it back? Is it back? I think it is back now. Start finals tomorrow, Jorge. Good luck, man. Study up. I hope you do well. Super Pats covers, you did not get the notification. I could imagine that most people did not, or most people got them late. Because I started the stream, it took a good 20 minutes before people started showing up. You know how usually Jojo Antilis is first to the stream all the time, followed by the next 6 people. Who won it today? Agribio won today. First place, it was just me and Agribio sitting in the stream for a good 15 minutes before other people showed up. Do you rank up at the table for the mod, Jorge? You probably do, man. I think you do, actually. I think there's 1 or 2 people that have not been on, or that may have been put on timeout or banned by Isaiah or any other mod. You've moved up 1 place, Jorge Orozco. You are at number 4 right now, up from number 5. So you are number 5. You are now number 4 in line. It's one of the people above you I've not seen in a while. I'm pretty sure he got in trouble. I think. Center pumps on. We've got like 1,000 pounds of fuel in the center tanks. I'm not used to doing long flights, so I'm not used to running with my center pumps on. So I just turn those on now so we can burn those 1,000 pounds. Not that we'll really need it because we have a good 12,000 pounds of reserve fuel on board. So. You always want to clean out the center tank before the wings, just because the airplane flies better that way. I think there's going to be some discrepancies here on our approach. I'll fix that when we get closer. I think some waypoints for the RNAV-02 are actually before what we had planned. Or before the waypoints that we had originally planned on our route. So there's going to be like some weird, awkward U-turns here that we need to fix. When we get closer and I can see it. No more mods, still 300 subs, Hobbit. Isaiah was on here earlier and he was actually requesting a third sub. A third mod. He's like, I may need some help, etc., etc. But he was actually saying, he wanted one more mod to be on. I think I agree with you though, Hobbit. I think between you and him, you guys have it covered pretty much for now. If we added a third, it'd be like there's only mods in the chat. Later, have some gaming. Thanks for joining me as always, man. It's a pleasure. I'll see you in the next one. Let me let my dogs out again, BRB. Starting to see some land here. Sweet. Some mountains. The fun's gonna begin shortly. Am I prepared? That's a big fat no. I should probably glance over the chart one more time before we... Let me do that. we're all set up here. It's got the respective altitudes at which we run across each waypoint for this approach. So it's all pretty much laid out here. It's always good to glance over the chart. Yeah, we got this. We got this. Once we get closer, we won't be any longer using the FS9 default ATC. We'll just change frequencies and ignore them. Because once we get closer, the way FS9 ATC or FSX or any other ATCs work, is once you get closer, they'll start vectoring you in on their own. They'll give you their own assigned altitudes and headings straight down to the runway. They won't let us fly this particular approach. So, once we get closer, we'll just change frequencies. We'll ignore them. We'll just fly it as we're supposed to. So when we lose ATC when we're closer, we'll know why. Because if not, we'd plow into a mountain if we followed what they said. How to get all the flight info on the top? You got to use a program. Well, the flight info is not a part of Flight Simulator. It's not a part of FS9 or FSX or any of that. It's a separate third-party program that you need. It's only for streaming. Also, if you stream on YouTube, then you can put this information up there. If you're just flying by yourself on FSX or FS9, this wouldn't work for you. Like I'm flying right now on my screen, I do not see that blue bar at the top. Only my viewers watching my stream see that bar at the top. So, if you want to stream on YouTube, you need to download a program called OBS Studio. It's Oscar Bravo Sierra Studio, OBS Studio. That's the program used to stream. And then the program that takes the information from Flight Simulator and puts it into that program for the stream is a program called FlyLive. You can Google it. Google just FlyLive for Flight Simulator X or FS9 or whatever. And that's what you need to get that information on the top. Oh, and it looks like my stream is like cutting out again. Hopefully not. I think I see that on my side. I hope you guys are not experiencing more issues. So yeah, you need to download OBS Studio and you need to download FlyLive. And it's only for streaming, not for actual flying. Caleb Hammond, what's up? Welcome, welcome. Use ATC. I am using ATC now, but once we get closer, we're going to have to ditch them because we're flying a particular approach into Toncontin, and the default FS9 ATC will not allow it, basically. Oh, is my stream back up or is it dead? I can't tell. Am I still here, guys? Am I live? Let me know in the chat. I know it probably stopped for a second, possibly. I'm up, Carson. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. All good, Vitelli. Thank you. See if I can start figuring out what's going on here. The clutter of waypoints. I'll have to wait till I get a little bit closer. Only another 210 miles to go. Okay, if the stream was pausing, Van Dusen, it's probably because I minimized it to see. I was checking the health of my stream on my end. So yeah, whenever I switch tasks, like right now, like the sound will cut out, and it probably looks like this sim is paused. As long as you're not getting like the buffering message or stream lost or anything like that, then we should be good. But the sim pausing and losing sound, that's my fault. Sorry about that. I'm gonna jump to an outside view, spot view. So once we get closer, we can't do this anymore. So close your ears, it might get loud. 3, 2, 1. One last look at our airplane before we demolish it to a mountain. Not serious. Not serious. We're gonna butter this one. Butter, butter, butter. Daylex Gaming is back. Let's we're out of fuel in the center tank, so we can turn those center pumps off. 0. I'm excited for this approach, man. I love doing this. This is a fun one. Keeps you on your toes the whole way in. So basically the fun begins at Melvo intersection. This point right here, that's the start of the RNAV 02 approach into Tegucigalpa. That point right there, we want to cross at 9,000 feet at 190 knots approximately. The main important thing is 9,000 feet, but we do kind of want to follow these speed guidelines as well. So that's what we want to make sure we do from here in our descent down to the point of Melvo. Just want to make sure that we are at 9,000 feet when we get there. And I'll try to explain things as we go along. That's basically the first step. So right now we're heading to Angel intersection. We are 129 miles out. After Angel, then we head to Melville. Okay, I think the route that we do have input in the FMC is actually correct. I thought we were going to have some weird discrepancies coming up here, but it looks right actually. I don't think we're going to have to change anything. I have not taken my screenshots for Instagram Superpats covers. I have not. I'll probably do some, like, I might do some replays at Tegucigalpa and then do them then. I didn't make that a priority today, and I want to focus on flying, especially the approach. I'll probably do a replay of the landing or something and then take some screenshots then. Or maybe just as I'm landing, I might snap one. I was late to get on the stream today, so I didn't plan for all of that. I just wanted to get on and fly. Will I hug the road a little tighter than last time, Vitaly? Sure. Yes. Hopefully. That's the part I'm worried about. The visual part at the very end, because if you don't fly it often, you forget what it looks like and what you're looking for. Sometimes I know there's one other road in that same area that I confused. Like when I first started practicing this approach before I ever streamed it, the first time I did it, I confused this one road with the road that I was actually supposed to follow, and I actually ended up turning way sooner than I was supposed to. So I'm always a little worried about that part, but at least I'm like aware of it now, so I'll be looking out. Hopefully I can hug it a little bit tighter. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I agree. As I was doing it, I was like, I think I overshot a little bit, but then I went back and watched it one or two times, and I was like, that wasn't too bad. I'm always hard on myself because I want it to be perfect. It was pretty good though. What's really cool about this approach too is like as you get closer, you see the terrain and like everything start to change and like the pressure starts to build. Right, we were just crossing over plain blue water for, you know, the past hour and a half, and then you start to see land off in the distance. And you get closer, and then you see the mountains and the clouds. Things start to get real. It's exciting. Things are about to get real. All right, 130 miles to go. We'll probably be starting our descent in just a few minutes. There we go. All right, down to 280. Started our initial descent into Tegucigalpa. Now things are really starting to get real. I think I'm going to stick with the ATC until they assign us a runway, just so that's how I'll judge our winds, basically. And once they do, we'll ditch them. We'll switch frequencies since they don't know we're flying this approach, basically. FS9 ATC is not smart enough. Eli Cole, your notifications didn't go off today. It did not for many people here today, unfortunately. Sorry about that, Eli. Make sure, guys, that you are, after you subscribe and after you hit the bell, you also have to go into your YouTube settings and change a certain setting that basically dictates how often you'll receive my notifications. So it's something like you always want to receive them, or you seldomly want to receive them, etc., etc. Something like that. There's a setting in YouTube that they recently added. You might need to go in there and change that to always, so that you always receive my notifications. And if you do already have that setting set up that way, then it's just YouTube being slow on a Sunday. I think YouTube streaming servers get flooded on Sundays, and that's why things start to act
the
up.
captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please
Okay, I
check
did,
that your
but I will.
seatbelt is securely fastened.
Seatbelt
To
sign
prepare
on.
for landing, it will be necessary to collect all service items, as well as any other items you wish to discard, such as newspapers.
Okay, once we get to Melvo intersection as well, we've got another 80 miles to go. Alright, down to 14,000. Once we get to Melvo, or past Melvo, I probably will not be able to pay attention to the chat room. I'll let you guys know when I can't any longer, but just a heads up. Once we begin the approach, I'll have my hands tied. But I'll let you know when I'm unable to pay attention. And then I'll get back to you guys after I land. Beautiful. Look at that. Oh, it went offline again? Oh, man. Oh, God. It's the third time. No, we're already descending, Avsim. Wait, was that us? Okay, good. So we're landing runway 2. Alright, this is... Now we're just going to switch frequencies since they don't know how to vector us in on this RNAV 2 approach. So I'm just going to skip over to a different frequency. We're now by ourselves. So we're going to fly the RNAV 02 approach into Toncontin. And we do have the winds working in our favor, so that's perfect. So no more ATC. We're going to be flying the RNAV 2 approach. Again, once we get to Angel, we're making this right turn to Melvo. We want to make sure we pass Melvo at 9,000 feet. We want to be under 200 knots by that point. And then we start the big toilet bowl around the mountains. I have overclocked. Are you? I'm guessing you're talking to me, American Aviator. This is an old rig. I'm on a Yorkfield. CPU is a Yorkfield Q9550. It's overclocked to 3.2 gigahertz. Keep in mind that I am running Flight Simulator 2004. This is not FSX or prepared. It's older. And I am on an older PC that I'll be upgrading come Christmas time. The specs to this rig are down below in the description if you want to check those out. It's like a 10-year-old PC, dude. I've been flying this thing forever. But I'm about to upgrade on Christmas, and then I'm going to be moving to prepared, most likely, as my simulator of choice. Alright, so we'll just continue our descent down to 9,000, since that's when we want to cross. That's where we want to cross Melvo at. So we've got 9,000 in here in the autopilot. The green line here shows us that we will reach Melvo. We'll be at 9,000 before we reach Melvo. We can actually even slow our descent a little bit. Start reducing our speed. We'll wait just a little longer before we reduce our speed. Just because this flight's taken long enough already. X-Plane 11 American Aviator. I'll try X-Plane 11 again. I'm curious to see how it'll... I'm sure it's going to run amazing on my new PC, but I do want to try it. But I am leaning mostly towards prepared. But yeah, and for this being such an old sim, with all the add-ons that I have, and a computer good enough to run it, I think this sim works pretty well. I'm going to end up keeping this machine anyways as like a backup. I might even still do FS9 live streams on top of prepared live streams, just for fun, for people who might be getting into this hobby or into aviation who can't afford a top-notch PC. It just goes to show you that you can use a 10-year-old PC and still have a flight sim experience that's pretty decent and still be able to learn and train. So I might still do these with this PC. I'm going to have 2 rigs. Alright, let's start slowing down to like 200. Again, we want to cross Melvo at 9,000 feet. We're on under 200 knots. Getting kind of close. So we got another 7 miles to go to Angel, and then we hang this right over to Melvo. We're passing Angel, so we're making that right turn over to Melvo. I'm loving this weather too, the clouds. Beautiful. Passing 10,000, let's slow it down. We're over speed right now. We've got the room to slow down, so we're good. Let's get it down to 200 before Melvo. To go to Melvo, we want to be at 9,000 feet. We are currently at 9,800, descending. So let's start taking a look at what we got to do next here. After Melvo, we go to point 17. Point 17, we want to cross at 8,000 feet, approximately 180 knots. We'll stick to those speeds as a guideline. What's most important right now, though, is the altitudes. Again, we're going to cross Melvo, 9,000. Once we cross Melvo, we go to point 17. We want to descend from 9,000 down to 8,000. Leveling at 9,000, we can start taking off the speed brake. Looking good on speed. Let's bring it down to 190. Start bringing in a little bit of flaps. Keep that nose down. Alright guys, from here will not be able to pay attention to the chat until we land. I'll keep talking to you guys, trying to walk you guys through it. But I will not be able to read your messages until I'm on the ground. Down here, once we cross Melvo, and then we go a little bit left to point 17, we've got to cross this point at 8,000 feet. You see what this approach looks like. We do this big toilet bowl type thing around the mountains and then into runway 2. So it's going to be this big swoopy left thing in between the mountains. And in the very last second, we got to make this really hard left down to the runway. Bring in another notch of flaps. We're about to cross Melvo and make our left to point 17. And now we want to descend down to 8,000. Let's take another. Let's bring it down to 180 knots. Let's actually bring it down to 170. I'm going to keep it slower so we're not making a bunch of changes last minute. Also going to start arming all the stuff for landing, like the speed brake, auto brakes. It's set to 2. It's okay for now. Alright, so we're heading to point 17.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We're going to cross at
in preparation
8,000.
for landing, please return all seat backs and tray tables to their upright and stowed position.
Sorry.
Ensure all portable
After-
electronic devices are turned off.
After
and
point
stow
17,
all
we head to point
carry-on
15.
items.
Point 15, we want to cross at 7,000 feet. So we got to descend another 1,000 feet after we cross point 17. You see down here. Point 17, 15. Here we cross 8,000. Here we cross 7,000. We're making this left turn. I'm going to bring in one more notch of flaps. Alright, now we're turning towards point 15. Let's descend down to 7,000. This is the city of Tegucigalpa down here. As you can see, it's surrounded by mountains. There's mountains here, mountains on the other side, mountains behind us. We're flying between these mountains here and these over here to our right. We're doing this toilet bowl action right through here, back all the way around behind these mountains, and then back into the airport would be like somewhere behind this mountain here. So that's what we're doing, this big U-turn. The airport is like here somewhere. Alrighty, by point 14, I think it's point 14, we want to be pretty much configured for landing. We want to start dropping our gear down and all that good stuff, which is the point after the point we're about to pass. So once we cross point 15, we want to descend down to 6,700 for point 14, which would be doing now. It's only 300 feet descent. So we do it nice and slow. Let's take off a little bit more airspeed. Sorry I can't give you guys all the views while I'm flying. If you guys want, we can do a replay afterwards, and then we can look all around the cockpit as the airplane flies itself. I'm going to drop the landing gear down now. Start getting ready. Landing lights. Alright, now we're going to point 13. We want to be down at 6,200 at point 13. So we need to descend. This is a pretty quick descent. Not slower like the last two waypoints. Let's keep bleeding off some speed. More flaps.
2,500.
Then on to point 12.
Flight attendants, please be seated for arrival.
Point 12, we're going to be at 5,500, so we're descending again. A bit steeper. Alright, then after point 12, we make a left to point 11. We want to cross at 4,100, so we're descending again, down to 4,100, making this left turn to point 12. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is like the main road. I hope that's the right one. Bring down that last notch of flaps. And before landing checklist, we have the landing gear down, 3 green, flaps are full. Speed brakes are armed, auto brakes set to 2, landing lights on. We're looking good right now. Once we cross this point 11 is when we make that hard left turn to the runway, where we have to look for the road. We should be looking for the road now. It's this one right here, if you could see. See where it makes a left turn right here? I think that's it. I hope that's it. Alright guys, I am going to take over the airplane. Airplane is mine.
500.
Okay, I see the road. It's actually this thick road right here, where my mouse is, if you can see that. So we're gonna hug that. I do have the runway in sight. It's hard to see. I can't point it out right now. Watching that airspeed, power. Oh, I can't really see the airfield right now. Do you see the road though? It's right there in the bottom left corner of our screen. Yeah, we got this. Following that road.
400.
Turns into like a little crossroad up here that we want to cross over, and then we should see the end of the runway. I do see it. More bank, more bank. Where is it? Yeah, perfect. Oh, we're a little bit high. We're a little bit high. All right, power's coming all the way back.
Up.
300.
Pull
Approaching minimums.
Pull up.
It's all right. Oh, it's gonna be a hard landing because we
100.
don't have that much space.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
That wasn't too bad. All right, sweet. I'll take it. I was really high on that short final, but we still managed to touch down before the danger zone, and that actually wasn't that bad. All right, 60.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be taxiing for the next few
Alrighty,
minutes.
welcome
so
to
please remain seated
Tegucigalpa.
with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns on the fasten seatbelt sign. At that time, please remember to check around your seating area.
Remember, I
and
hadn't
seat
practiced since the
pockets
last
and
stream
overhead
also,
bins
so
for all personal belongings that you brought
it's
on
to
board.
be expected that
Please
there's
take care when opening the
gonna be
overhead
some
bins, as the contents may have
margin
shifted
for
during
error.
flight.
But that was pretty good considering. It's a little bit higher than I wanted to be on short final there. Transponder goes to standby. Flaps up. Spoilers. We are no longer in contact with ATC, so we're just taxiing ourselves in. We'll go park at gate number 1 here at Toncontin. Not bad, Van Dusen, thank you. I've done better. I haven't practiced, like I said, so it's to be expected. Butter, 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 Super Pats. Hey, Super Pats cover thought I buttered it. Thanks, man. It was good. It was a nice landing. Car crash shoddy. What's up, car crash shoddy? Damn, blood. Welcome to the stream. Carson, nice, especially with all the haze. Thank you, sir. Do you guys want to see a replay? Or should I just taxi in and call it a night? Big plane, difficult approach, Juan Fernandez. That's right. Actually, the 757 is the biggest aircraft allowed to land at this airport. Nothing bigger can fly here. Blue STL-86, this is Flight Simulator 2004, FS9. It's old. If you're getting into flight simming, look into Flight Simulator 10 or X-Plane 11 or Prepared. MLB 2009, Rob. I feel like playing MLB 2009 now. Thanks. So if you guys are hungry, if you look off to the right here, you've got, let's see, we've got Church's Chicken, we've got Burger King, we've got Pizza Hut. These people know Americans so well. Jose Garcia, nice landing, bro. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Beautiful Van Dusen, huh? Yeah, I love the 757. One of my faves for sure. That stance, the narrow body with the winglets and like the tall landing gear. I think we're gonna pass our gate. We almost did. It's this one. We're gonna take that first one right there. It's gate number 1. Looks good. If you guys see me skip over some of these buttons, because some of them are not clickable in this airplane. But I basically just turn off all of the things before I leave the aircraft. There you go, guys. That concludes tonight's stream. Hope you guys had fun and or learned something. Can I replay the landing? Daylex Gaming. Rob's excited to be in Mexico. Mexico. Oh, Rob. We should have replayed the landing before we shut off the engines. Because if we do hit replay now, it's the way the flight sim works. I don't know, the way it was written, the code. Like, as soon as we replay and jump up in the air, our engines are not going to be on since we turned them off already. If that makes sense. But we could try it. I mean, the plane will still move. You just won't get engine noises and all that stuff, and you won't see spinning turbines. But we can do it. Oh, that was the wrong option. Hold on. Oh, nope, I was wrong. Okay. We do have engine noises and turbines spinning. Okay, let me do a little bit longer of a replay. That wasn't that far back enough. Oh, we should do it like before that turn. Instant replay. 700 seconds. Let's see, where are we? Yeah, see how everything's turned off in the airplane? That's because we had already shut down. It's this road here that we follow. Is that right? Or am I lost?
2,500.
Yeah, it's this road. Once we get closer to this hill here, I think we make that left. I'm confused without all the gauges down below. Why does it look so different now? Maybe that's not the road. I'm actually thinking we're a little bit earlier than where we actually are. Okay. I guess this is the left that we hug. No, I think it's up here somewhere. Titanic, what's up, man? Welcome. Alright, let's see if I can see. Okay, the runway is right back here. You guys probably can't see that yet. Okay, we're heading towards the hill. This is the road right here where my mouse is over. It hangs a left right here.
500.
That's that left that we're going to hug. So at any moment now, we'll be making a left and hugging this corner. There we go. Alright, look at my mouse. This is the runway. You can see that black line right there going diagonal. So we're going to cross this little point here. And then up here, this road goes here and goes right. And then like crossroads with another road. In real life, you see like a huge X. And you cross over that point, and that almost lines you right up for the runway. So right here, you're skimming over all the houses real close. There's the runway there behind us.
400.
This is the crossroad right here. Looks terrible in FS9, but it's basically two roads making an X. We should have been a little bit lower at this point. The rule of thumb with this aircraft, 757, you want to land before this second taxiway where you see my mouse is. So if you touch down before then, you're okay. Which is why I kind of just plopped it down since we were so high.
100. 50. 40. 30.
So there's the first taxiway.
10.
Touchdown, there's the second taxiway. So that's okay. We didn't have enough room to attempt to butter it. We had to just let it drop on the runway, but we didn't bounce or anything, so that wasn't bad. Car crash shouty. Hilarious. Alright everybody, I'm out of here. I am exhausted. I've had a really long day. We just closed it out with a pretty long flight. It's longer than what I'm used to. I'm out of here, guys. If you're new here, please subscribe, like, comment, and all that good stuff. We fly every day. If you're bored at night, come join us. Come keep me company. I get bored flying alone. Come hang out with me. I'll see you guys in the next one. I am out of here. Peace. Later, guys.